This is all so professional.
It's ever so posh, isn't it?
It's ever so posh.
Okay. Welcome back to Glad We Had This Chat, everybody, and welcome to our listeners' questions episode. I am joined this week by Nadine Baggott. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Buckle up, it's going to be a bumpy ride.
Here we go. Okay. What are the best skincare products or ingredients to combat fine lines and wrinkles? I'm approaching 40 and noticing a lot more lines that I want to try and reduce without resorting to Botox. And that's Jess from Birmingham. First of all, people seeing resorting to Botox, it's something you can have done. It's not a bad thing, but you carry on.
You've got to have an SPF. I would recommend a really good peptide. I recommend a vitamin C, and you've got to use some sort of retinol at night. Simple.
Well, that was really easy. Okay. Any particulars? So you just,
No.
whatever's in your
Whatever
budget
you can
that you
afford,
can use.
just never buy a beauty product that you can't afford on a credit
Don't
card.
credit
that you can't
card
afford
it.
to pay
Don't
at the end of the
credit card
day.
it.
So, you know.
And also just resorting to Botox.
It's not a
Change
bad
that
thing.
mentality. It's not a bad thing.
I was 43 when I first had Botox, and that was quite old for a beauty editor. So
I haven't had any in well over a year.
no,
similar
neither.
to
You and I, our faces are very mobile at the moment. I
Yeah.
haven't had it in over a year either.
I haven't had anything in well over a year. I've had the Potenza treatment, and similar to Morpheus 8, but with dual modalities. But I haven't had anything like needle invasive in that way. I didn't think I needed it.
No.
I just didn't think I needed it.
I think getting older, you go through that phase in your 40s where you think you see the signs of aging and you sort of panic about it. Then you get into your 50s and you're a little bit more
and
like...
then you get to 50 and you think, oh, fuck it.
Yeah. I was about to say that, but I wasn't sure if I could swear. But then I was with Caroline, so of course I can, yeah.
Please. Okay, my question is, do you get annoyed or bothered when so-called influencers promote a brand/product they have zero clue / education about? This really bugs me, as they have no background or qualifications or knowledge about the product they're advertising, yet they are preaching all kinds of sprout to the public. Pardon my language, it's like me chatting shit and wildlife when I'm not David Attenborough.
Yeah.
Many thanks, Megan from Liverpool.
Yes, it drives me bonkers, but by the same token, it's just a few seconds and then you swipe up or swipe off. I mean, I don't comment badly about it, but I just, the rubbish that people... And this is not just influencers, but very young beauty editors that don't know what they're talking about.
That's painful. I have been around... Now, bearing in mind, I've never been a beauty editor or journalist. I never claimed to have been. I was a blogger. I wrote because I had something to write. I never had the urge to write. Clear. But I also founded a brand. I've been a brand consultant. I've worked my way up from the shop floor, and I have had late 20-something beauty editors try and tell me where I could do better.
No.
Recently, Nadine.
Dare?
Recently.
Who would
and
dare?
And you know when you go...
That face. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, sorry, Nadine's calling me. I've got to go. I don't take it personally. I just think, wow, having that kind of level of, I don't know whether it's illusion or I don't know what's going on in your head, but I'm okay. Thanks very much. I seem to be doing okay.
Towards the latter part of my career, so the last 6 or 7, 8 years, something like that, they'd always do any questions? And everybody would just go and turn their face to me.
Same.
And the whole room would just
Same.
look at me.
Same.
And that's where I'd start asking about the axes on the graph or clinical trials or
percentages. You and I were always the bitches asking about percentages.
Yeah.
But to be fair, if people invite you and I, me, you, Sally, you're going to get questioned. We're not trying to be awkward. We just want to have the facts.
No, I'm on your side.
Yeah.
Just be transparent.
Be transparent. Don't say...
And if you don't know the answer to a question, come back and say, I don't know the answer.
Don't fake it.
Let me come back with an answer to that.
When they try and fluff it and you're thinking, please stop talking. Or I will see it happening to you and I'm like, please don't say that to Nadine Baggott.
I've got a Zoom coming up tomorrow at 5 o'clock with a brand that I'm going to work with, and they said they'd really like to get their scientific officer on. And I emailed back and I went, yeah, but can we make sure they're actually a scientist and not a marketeer, because that's going to drive me bonkers.
You've been warned, people. You've been warned. Okay. My 10-year-old daughter is completely obsessed with watching makeup tutorials on YouTube. She gave me her Christmas list last week and there's nothing on it apart from makeup. I don't want to disappoint her, but I have some concerns. How young is too young to start experimenting with makeup? And that's Alana in Cardiff. I think I was about 13.
Yeah, but our generation, girls grow up a lot more quickly now. I don't think 10 is that bad. No. I would probably get her a nice set of Spectrum or Real Techniques brushes and maybe a couple of palettes and just have fun.
Just let her play.
You just don't necessarily want her leaving the house in too much.
Well, no.
And also I look at Nick Chapman showing her young daughter how to do makeup, and I just think and I don't know how old Edie is, but I would say she's probably about 10, and that's actually really sweet. And she's very rich. She's more talented than I am at applying it. You know, she's got the genes.
She should be with her mum. My God.
Exactly.
Nick, it's interesting with Nick and Sam. They're both fantastic. And Sam can make herself a complete chameleon. But when you go back and look at the old videos, I always felt like Nick was underrated. I always felt like people didn't, because Sam is, everything about Sam, isn't it? I mean, she's
So
tall,
supermodel, yeah.
She's supermodel-esque, she's statuesque, she's Amazonian. And I always felt like Nick was a bit, not in any way dismissed, but overlooked maybe. And I wonder sometimes if she felt that, because her makeup work is exquisite. Nick Chapman's makeup artistry, especially in those early days, I was always just like, wow.
I keep trying to get to film with Nick. I'd love both of them to do my makeup.
I love both of them. They're just immense people. Okay, so basically we're saying get her a cheapy palette, let her have fun.
Yeah.
Just take care of her skin. Okay.
Just make sure she's got a microfiber cloth and a good cleanser to get it all off with afterwards.
Yeah. How does the cold weather affect our skin, and what should I be doing during the winter months to switch up my skincare routine?
Well, barrier function is the hottest topic in skincare right now. So essentially all that the cold weather does, is so weird talking to you instead of to the audience, because Caroline obviously wrote the book on it, literally. All the cold weather does is stress your skin, because you go from the cold to the warm to central heating
to snow,
outside, inside, so your skin gets a bit confused and it has to work harder to keep the irritants out and the water in. So you just need to help it do that, which essentially is more hydrating, more moisturising, gentle cleansers.
Don't go over the top.
And get a really nice humidifier. Like, even if it's just one of those cheap ones you get on Amazon, stick it on your rad at night or by the side of your bed. Put as much water into the air as possible. It's really simple. You don't have to overthink it.
No.
You really don't. A company like Neutrogena, Eucerin, they've got all you need.
You just want a nice bit of glycerin, basically, don't you?
I love a glycerin. I love glycerin so much more than a hyaluronic acid.
It's funny when you look back. So in the early days of the blog, and even in the first book, loved hyaluronic acid. In the early days of the blog, I absolutely got my SPF from foundation. Absolutely. And then, you spend more time with scientists, you do your own research, and you kind of realise, okay, actually, maybe we should be using, SPF more often, especially in that climate weather, should we say. But it's amazing how mood and things change, because hyaluronic for a while was just everywhere. But now it is literally everywhere. It's in every moisturiser, every serum, every SPF. You don't need it. And when that whole myth about you must put hyaluronic acid on a damp skin, look at the first ingredient on every hyaluronic acid. It's water. People, engage your brains. Engage your brains, people. I love it when
more
people
critical thinking.
I love it when people think I'm gobby, and then I have you and Sally on. It's great. Okay.
I worked with Christopher yesterday filming. We'd just come back from Lisbon, and I said, who knew you could ever be in a room and I wouldn't be the loudest person there? I've just been with Caroline.
How very dare you.
He just laughed and went, yeah.
Bless him. What is your favourite luxury makeup brand and favourite drugstore brand? You get one each.
If I had to choose, how luxe is luxe?
You can have what you want. It's luxe.
Okay. My favourite luxury product would probably be the cream bronzer from Chanel. I do love a cream bronzer from Chanel. And there's something about Chanel, like, it's never going to be bettered in terms of packaging. It's the best packaging in the world. Yeah. It's the best marketing in the world. Everything about it is just, even to this day, even though I've been to the labs, I've seen behind the velvet curtain. Like, I know what's going on. There's something about the heavyweight, that sort of thing. So probably that. Best mass market brand, makeup or skincare?
Whatever.
Don't mind. I would probably choose Curel, Neutrogena, Eucerin, one of those kind of.
And what about makeup? Affordable makeup?
I'd probably go Revolution. And do you pick? Elf. I love Elf. Elf, not Revolution. Elf, completely 100%. That Holy Hydration range is amazing. And they do great dupes.
Yeah.
The dupe are good Charlotte Tilbury.
I mean, who doesn't these days? In your opinion, what is the best celebrity-owned beauty brand? Now she's got.
I think Fenty. I think she knocked it out of the park with Fenty.
I was going to say Fenty or Rare Beauty. It can only be one of those two, I think.
Yeah. I think Rare Beauty is a safer brand, and I know she's about to sell it for like $300 squillion.
If she doesn't get $3 billion for that brand, I'll be disappointed.
But I do think what she did with Fenty in terms of shade, in terms of formula, in terms of skincare, in terms of refillable, in terms of nice SPFs, that stick foundation is just genius. She's smart. She's a really smart woman.
Agree.
I get it.
Favourite department store?
Selfridges. Love Selfridges. I love Selfridges because of the design of it. It's a very big open space.
Yeah.
So it hasn't
High
got
ceilings.
So it hasn't got that Liberty feeling or that Harrods. It was built as a department store.
The central atrium's fantastic.
And
with
you
all
and
the
I are both
escalators.
really tall.
Yeah.
So I can literally look across and find everything I need, which I love. Whereas I find Liberty incredibly frustrating. I can't be running around with prints everywhere. It's too much.
Okay, no prints required. Okay. Now, you ready for quick fire? And I know the answers to most of them, but the people at home won't, okay? Boots or Superdrug?
Boots.
Bold eye or bold lip?
Bold eye, always. Smoky eye till I die, Charlotte Tilbury.
Dewy or matte skin?
Matte. Eggshell finish.
Eggshell. How do you get an eggshell finish, just out of interest?
You use a setting powder that has a slight reflective quality but no glitter or shimmer in it.
Well, God knows we don't want glitter or shimmer. We're not going to Coachella, come on. Brow gel or brow pencil?
Brow gel, I have no skills, zero makeup skills.
Cream cleanser or gel cleanser?
Gel in the morning, cream at night.
Perfect answer. AM routine or PM routine? You can't be bothered with any.
It's got to be AM routine because I've got to wash my face, have a shower, clean my teeth. And then I'd probably, if I couldn't do anything at night, I'd probably stick my retinol on during the day and then just stick an SPF on top.
Space & K or Sephora?
Oh, Space & K 100%. Ginny! Yeah, so loyal. We are really loyal in our industry.
We are very
And
loyal.
I also just find Sephora fun and interesting, but everything is just grubby and well-fingered. I can't do the well-fingered
I
testers.
really had to bite my tongue then about just comparing it to some women or something. I just had to stop myself. But I did really well, didn't I?
Yeah.
Thanks, Makeup brush or makeup sponge?
Oh, never used a makeup sponge in my life.
No.
I cannot bear that.
The
dabbing.
dab. I can't
Even when a
God.
makeup artist does it on me, it
No.
makes me
Please
want to
don't.
punch them in the face.
Please don't. No, throat
It's
punch.
so weird. I
'Cause
don't
you're only
like
in a great
it.
position to go,
that feeling.
No,
that
it's
feeling.
horrible.
And Mary Greenwell did my makeup, and when she dabs you, if your head's anywhere near a brick wall, that woman could dab like
Mary
a sort
Greenwell
of,
has a boxer's hand.
Yeah, she really does.
She is stronger than a lot of men I know.
Thin but wiry.
I mean, the hands, and
Yeah.
she's got hands that you just think she is so used to grabbing a model's head, and you just know she's had her hand on Naomi's crown and Naomi hasn't moved.
Yeah, yeah.
City break or country escape?
City break abroad, love Rome, any of those kind of like, that sort of thing. But yeah, in the UK, I'd get out of London because I lived in London for the better part of my entire life.
Are you ready for this one? The audacity of me even asking you this. Dogs or cats?
Oh, cats, 100%.
Cats. Ruth said cats.
I am the original crazy cat lady. I just am. I like that you have to win them over.
Oh, I love that you have to win them over.
You have to win them over, and anything worth winning, you have to win them over. You have to work at it. And I love that they're sort of high maintenance, but kind of low maintenance. Like you can go out with the girls, you can get drunk, you can stay the night. It doesn't really matter. You haven't got to pick up their poo. Yeah,
that's number one for me. Sweet or savoury?
Sweet, pretty much. I mean, I try to do the whole savoury thing, and I have crisps. I have an entire snack cabinet full of stuff, and it's pretty much full of crisps. But if I even open a bar of Cadbury's chocolate,
that's it, you're done.
I'm lost.
Game over.
I will eat it last thing at night, and then I will wake up in the morning, and the first thing I'll crave is it again.
Oh, dear.
100%.
Heels or flats?
Increasingly flats, but in my bag right now, I've got a pair of flats and then I've got a pair of really high heels to wear to an event, and I will probably put them on at the last minute, and then,
How soon when you're away from the door do you get changed into your flats?
As soon as I'm in the Uber, I put the flats back on, yeah. Lockdown killed me for high heels.
No, it killed all of us.
Yeah.
Night in or night out?
Night out with chosen girlfriends.
Nice.
But night in probably 5 nights out of 7 a week. I think because of what we do for a living, because we're so on it, I actually do love to decompress.
Yeah.
And
I sometimes say, please don't talk to me.
Yeah. Mooching around the garden
talk.
with the cats.
I just can't talk.
Happy as Larry.
Coffee or brew?
Don't drink either.
Like Ruth.
I
drink either.
drink a Britney Spears iced coffee in summer if I really need a caffeine hit.
But you are a DC girl.
But yeah, I'm actually a Pepsi Max girl.
Pepsi
Can hardly get it anywhere, but I'm a Pepsi Max girl. But even then, it takes me quite a while to go through it. But I'm not adverse to popping a Pro Plus if I need to get up in the morning.
Stop it.
Yeah, because if you don't drink tea or coffee, how do you get your caffeine in life?
Well, you had a Diet Coke on holiday. You seem to get up. I say
Probably-
holiday. Trip.
Trip. Probably because I'd also done
A Pro Plus.
A Pro Plus, yeah.
All right, last one. It's very, very important. What's your favourite sandwich?
You asked me this on the little fluffy mic talk, and I said the wrong
Did
thing.
I?
Yeah, I said.
Did we ask
I
that?
said
Did
I said BLT.
Oh,
And
yeah.
actually,
You don't eat bacon?
I haven't eaten red meat for 20 years.
How
so
bizarre.
actually, I then went away and thought about it.
Okay, great. I'm glad I
A
asked you again.
crispy French baguette, soft bit hollowed out, sliced roast chicken, coleslaw,
But you don't eat chicken.
and I do eat.
Oh, you
I
eat
do,
chicken?
yeah, and then a family, and I mean a family size bag of Tyrrell's crisps. Heaven.
Furrows or plain?
No, plain.
Ridged. I like
yeah,
ridged.
Don't mess with the. You like ridged for your pleasure, do you?
Ridged for my pleasure.
No, I
yes.
don't mess with whatever is the perfect large greasy fine.
And then in and squashed.
I don't care either way. I literally couldn't get them in my mouth fast enough. Yeah,
Wow. I mean, I could totally dine out on that sandwich, chicken and coleslaw.
lovely.
Well done, Nadine. You've completed the test. I think we've got some humdingers there, and now I'm really hungry for a chicken and coleslaw
me
sandwich
too.
again. We've just had McDonald's.
You've just had McDonald's.
Yeah, I know. I have. You
That's
haven't.
all I've had today.
Thanks, Nadine.
Love you.